Today's Vault, my fellow gamers. So here, I made another order from Nerd Bunker off of Etsy, since their first set of Elohi, which are different from these are the Mantic versions. I haven't put them together yet because I'm kind of trying to think about bases and how I want to mount them, since most of them are flying. I do have the cake topper pillars for wedding cakes and stuff, and I'm like, should I go that route? Should I do rock outcroppings? Should I put them flying in trees? Like, what should I do? So I'm just thinking about that. So this is 2.0, and what I'm doing is I ordered this same furry monster dude drawn on there. Let me see here. Ivy, go ahead and take him out. If you're gonna take him out. What are you doing, dear? Go on now. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Taped him again. My little girl just taking our dog out. 2 of them this time. See, last time he only gave me 1 of these. Huh. Maybe I should talk. Oh, hey, that's a new sculpt with the hand out, right? I didn't have this before. Interesting. I'm gonna talk to him. I might give him some pictures and see what's going on. Okay. It's rolling out. So we didn't tape that one. That's good. We're gonna make sure that the wings are good. Okay. We have some loose wings in here. That's interesting. I don't think they were loose last time. We got the bigger wings there. Nice. Actually, he gave me. See, the last set I only had 2 kind of big sets, but he's gotten another one in there too. Okay. Some sword pieces are what's holding it together. It's stabbed through the plastic, actually. Let's see. And she is not letting it go. Doing it one-handed since I'm holding my phone in the other hand. Okay, so, yeah, I got 2 of her from last time. I probably have 1 of her from last time. And I definitely have 1 of her from the last order as well. No, he taped this one. So 2 he taped together, 2 he did not. Down this long ass piece of tape. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so all right, got 2 of those ladies, and see here. Okay, so these are the ones that I have already, helmet and no helmet, that go with the staves. So this lady is new. Yeah, that's good. It's pretty boss looking. Oh. So I definitely had the one with the shield. So what is this? This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then she's an 8th. And here, are they the same? No, they really aren't. The hand is on a different set here. So what I'm thinking is that the one where the hand rises higher up is going to be her, and the one where it's down is going to be one of these ladies on foot, which is good because I can make. Wait a minute. Okay, there's another set of wings in here. I think. Yes, 1 more set of wings. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7. No, that's 8 entirely. Okay, so one of these two won't be used, which is fine because I have these. I'll make one of each. So she's a freebie. So he gave me one free, which is awesome. I actually really like this sculpt. She's pretty boss. The way that she is. She's definitely going to get a larger set of wings. So great, man. And this, so I have 8, basically only 7 of these. So I think she's going to be an Elohi. That's what I'll make her, an Elohi. And the rest of them will go into a unit, a horde actually. So I have 2 hordes of these Elohi. And then he gave me a free one, which is awesome. So, and this was $30. My first set was $30 as well. It was like 28, something like that. So, boom. Yeah, so roughly $60. This 3 right there, $30 by itself. So I would much rather get these girls with these. I mean, okay, not the diss on Mantic, because Mantic, they make a good game, but bruh, you know. Now, in Mantic's defense, these aren't bad wings. They do have ribbing detail all down them, and they look okay. Plus, these dudes are really kitted out for war. They've got the armor. They're big. You know, these girls, size-wise, they're pretty good. Now, she is on her tippy toe, and actually, she will be flying a little bit. So, yeah, size-wise, pretty comparable. I love these guys. So, once again, it's going to be Nerd Bunker. And, you know, the girls, he has these little bitty rounds, 25 mil rounds, I think. And you can see where the foot shape will be at. So he has them going off of these little bitty pieces of rock. And that's all good and fine, but the bases I need to use are these, I believe they're 40 mil bases. So I have to come up with something different for these ladies. I was thinking about, you know, kind of using those, centering them, and using my sculpting foam to smooth everything up and make it look nice. But I don't know. That would be the easiest route to go. But I got something else in this. I asked him, I'm like, in my last bag, in my last box of these guys, I got a freebie pumpkin. And I'm like, man, this pumpkin is cool. So, let me see. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So 6. All right, so I don't have enough bases for the babes. I only have 6 bases. There's nothing else rocking here, okay? So this is the base set of 6 bases, which is, you know, the set that I purchased from him. Now, am I complaining? No, because I got an awesome sculpt from Elohi. And I don't know if I'm going to be using these. I don't, for my part, this pillar or like robot boot, however you want to look at it, it shows up on all of them. And I just think that that's too much repetition in a base. I could, of course, chew that up with a pair of snips and whatnot. I could deal with that. But, you know, it's a lot of repetition. These do have, you know, the kick point rocks, for mounting them. You can see the foot right there. But I would need to do something to it. But anyway, on to the freebies. I was telling the story about the pumpkin, and I got a sack of pumpkins. Now, this cost me $15 because he told me, just go ahead and buy the mushroom set that I have up there, and I will hook you up with pumpkins. He does not have the pumpkins on his web store in Etsy. This is something I had to inquire about. I'm like, bro, what do you got for pumpkins? And he has hooked me up with some pumpkins. I love me some pumpkins, and the first thing I'm gonna do is go ride for this Gigantor dude. Okay. That's just awesome. It's a supersized version of, I see he's got a mushroom thrown on top. What is that? No, that is, either that is a pumpkin stem or it's a mushroom. So I'm gonna keep that as a mushroom. So I got a massive pumpkin. This is like a carbon copy of the little like freebie one that I got. And look at the quality of this 3D print. It's awesome. I mean, he had a big gate there, but that's easy. Since this is resin. Guys, this is solid too. I could put someone's eye out with this thing. So love it. Okay, so right here, this is almost like it, but it has that leaf on it. Let me see, can I find it? This is it right here. That's the freebie pumpkin that I got. Pretty sweet. And all he did was massively size that dude up. Awesome. I told him, I asked him really, it's like, could you give me some that I could put on bases for my undead army, and also some that I could make a pumpkin patch with, because I want to make a static pumpkin patch. And I didn't want anything gruesome. Look at this. I mean, that's just gorgeous. Really, really nice. So I'm going to set aside my pumpkin patch pumpkins. Oh, look, 2 of them together. Awesome. It's really great. There's another 2. I love these little gourdy type ones. And he threw in mushrooms too, which is awesome. So I've got some gourds, gourdy type pumpkins. Several of them together, which is cool. Okay, a whole bunch of, okay, that one's sized down a little bit. And then some more gourdy ones. Okay. And then this is what I'm after. The little ones for bases. Okay. So let's see, he even has, he sized down some for bases. Awesome. And he's got plenty of mushrooms thrown in here too. I can, and you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be making a mushroom circle. Just a little fairy mushroom circle, just so I says I have it, and it can totally be a hazard in game. Like if you go through that, some shenanigans will happen. Some brownies might come get you. That's really cool. I'm gonna have fun painting these. This is excellent. In the tree set that I got from Mantic, I had 2 little mushrooms that came in that, and I put those on top of my greater earth elemental for my dwarves, of course. And man, look at that. That's super tiny gourd. That is perfect size, bro. Thank you. I have got tons of little mushrooms here. I mean, scads of them. And I like that they're not grotesque. I like that they're not, they don't have these terrible like faces on them like some people want to have in their miniatures, because I want it classy. Keep it classy. I don't want the over-the-top Halloween type stuff with the pumpkins that are eating other pumpkins, and they're real gory and messy, and man, holy crud, I've got mushrooms for days. What am I gonna do with all these mushrooms? Make a giant, make several face circles. Okay, wow, this is very cool. Okay, look at a stack of mushrooms. Man, really cool. Shoo, tons of mushrooms. I'm loving my giant pumpkin here. I got 3 other giant pumpkins, and then a giant gourd piece here. I do have a bit of the connected ones, but that's okay. I can scatter them around. They'll be fine. In order to, even if I do something like that, it looks different. You could throw one on the side here and then have a giant one there. Just to have it mixed up, and it would look perfectly fine. Got to get creative. So these are my base pumpkins here. Let's just get kind of an estimate. 5. Oh, that's double. That's a double. So 10. So maybe we're looking at 30 bases that I can do here. Maybe I could probably snap the dualies apart. Okay. So, not too bad. Not too bad. And honestly, when you're talking about it, the undead, they're on these 25 mils, just like this guy is. Now, they don't take up this much space, but, it'd be difficult. And of course, I'm trying to look through this viewfinder. See if I can do it. Come on, just stay there. So, yeah, you can have a pumpkin just chilling at the front of a base like that. And I also have autumn leaves and tufts. I don't want the bases to be too busy, but, pumpkins are always welcome. And I have a bunch of bigger models that they're primed, but they're not painted yet. So I could throw in a pumpkin or 2 or 3 on some of those larger, like the dragons and whatnot, and it would be perfectly fine. I'm thinking with my dwarf army, the mushrooms would be pretty good. I am kind of working on my earth elementals, the first horde regiment of those, and they don't have any mushrooms yet, like their big brother, the greater earth elementals. So this is great. But like I said, this was $15 added on to it, and he really hooked me up. I'm loving this giant dude. He could be in the center, like, the great pumpkin Charlie Brown. What's up, Linus? I got your great pumpkin right here, dude. Yeah, so that's really nice, and it's not gory. Like I said, that's not something that I'm after. It's nice. Now, he only has what seems to be the 2 types of pumpkins. The squishy big one, and some of those have stems, some of them don't, some of them have leaves, some of them don't, and then the gourd one. But that's fine, because he didn't even have this on his site for sale. This is just something he probably he had the STLs for this. He had it because I got one of these previously. That's why I asked him. But on his site, the only thing he has is mushrooms. He's got some giant mushrooms, and then he's got these little dudes. So he just hooked me up big time with it. So I'm going to have a static piece of terrain and then stuff to sprinkle on my undead army. And the static piece of terrain, what I'm thinking, I had the stone walls that I got from the Crazy Box 2023 Spring Edition. And so I have those stone walls. But the thing is the back one that has the crumbled section in the back, that one won't stay still. So I can't use it as linear obstacles because it's just formed this hump, and it will never ever go away unless I flatten it on some MDF board, which I have a big chunk right there, if you can see it behind that. A big chunk of MDF board. So I'm going to take an MDF section out of that, and I'm going to glue the daggone stone walls to it, and I'm just going to put a pumpkin patch inside of it. I might have some mushrooms on the outside. I do have some gardening tools and whatnot, some pots and all that good stuff that I can put around there, but mostly it's just going to be a pumpkin patch. And I may actually take green stuff in a thin rope and connect everything together with vines and sculpt leaves and stuff as well. Who knows? But I do want a pumpkin patch. I could go the easy route and just have everything cut and just have it sitting there. I don't know how that would look. But anyway, I'm very happy with this. And if you guys get a chance, if you're rocking Elohi, if you're tired of the 3 same sculpts and spending $30 for just 3 of these jokers, go hit up Nerd Bunker, and the guy's going to give you some excellently printed wings. They've got armor bits on them on the smaller ones they do. Let me see the bigger ones. I don't think. No, yeah, the bigger ones have the armor bits too. See it right there? You got 3 sections of it. So they are just excellently sculpted. I haven't had any of them come broken. Nothing. I've had to heat treat the swords, but I mean, look at that. That's a straight, wow, okay. That could use a little bit bending up forward, but honestly, if you weren't too daggone nitpicky, it's fairly stinking straight. Like, that's awesome, guys. And I mean, they really have good motion to them. They're excellent sculpts. I think on one of them, the hair wasn't done right, and I'd have to go in there and scrape it up, but that's totally fine. I'm totally fine with that. I spend half the amount of money and I get good sculpts. So I've got 2 hordes of these girls. I have an Elohi. What I will do is choke down my pride and buy another set of 3 of these to where I just have the 1 horde of these guys. And then I'm going to wait until they revisit Babylonia before I get any more Elohi. I'm hoping that they make different sculpts, and that way, I mean, I can have these guys if I really want to, but I can rock my girls and then rock anything else that Mantic chooses to offer us. Anyway, got some Palace Guard there. I'm taking the middle dude and I'm turning him so that these guys will all line up together so they don't get in each other's way. Dictator's cleaned up, and then these guys, I'm going to prime them all. But I really was excited for this and excited for my pumpkins because I love Halloween and I love autumn and undead with pumpkins. It just, for me, is the way to go. Anyway, this has run on pretty long. You guys take it easy. Carry lays on.